All right, folks. Hey, welcome to interview number 7, where we're interviewing all of the speakers from the Millionaire Mastermind 4 training coming up here on May 1st, 2021. Listen, at the time of this recording, that's just about 10 days away. So make sure you don't wait around. Get there, get registered, because we're doing something great with this training. Number one, we're making it 100% virtual, so you'll be able to watch this thing online no matter where you're at, from YouTube or Facebook or even our website. And we're making it 100% free, but with a twist. We decided to put a raffle. That's right. We're going to raffle off some cool prizes. We decided to put a raffle in this training, and 100% of the proceeds from that raffle are going to go to benefit these 2 great programs that Ambit has, Ambit Cares and Ambit Energy Aid. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with our 7th interview. Listen, and we get to interview someone from the corporate office that really we kind of got to know as we grew up in this business. And I love this guy. You should go on a 5-star trip with him one of these times. But we're going to bring him on the line. Eric, the Boom Johnstone.
Hey, Kevin, man. Good to see you, man.
Your crazy corporate schedule to do this, man.
It's my pleasure. And hey, I just want to give a shout out to you and your team. What a great way to support Ambit Cares and Ambit Energy Aid. So the generosity of you and all of our consultants never ceases to amaze me. So I just appreciate the fact that you guys are going to have a great training, but also raise some money for 2 great causes that are near and dear to my heart as well. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Listen, like I said, it's been kind of on Rose's I's heart for a long time. We couldn't figure out how to make it happen, and this just was kind of the perfect timing. We got a bunch of great leaders that agreed to donate their time to train at this, and then we were like, hey, why not just make it free, and let's see if we can raise a bunch of money for these 2 great programs. So let's jump into this interview, right? So I got to, Rose and I, we kind of got to know you as we were growing up in Ambit Energy. We've been on a couple of 5-star trips with you. so we know you a little bit better than most people. But just for the people that don't know, kind of tell them, back before you got into Ambit, what did you used to do like pre-Ambit?
Great question. I always tell people that network marketing has been very good to me. So my first job right out of college, here in Dallas, was at Excel Communications. So I'm sure some of the viewers are familiar with that. It was telecommunications and network marketing. And my first job right out of college at Excel was I was in consultant support. So I know that our consultant support team here at Ambit, they have a very important and a very tough job, because they really are the the lines of communication between our field and the corporate office. So I started out in consultant support, got to learn pretty much the ins and outs of how to run a network marketing business that married a service with network marketing. And actually, when I say it was really good to me, not just learning a lot about the industry and meeting a lot of great leaders, some of them came across with Ambit today. But I met my wife. She was in consultant support on a later class, so I met her at Ambit, at Excel Communications. And sorry, Freudian slip there. And then, in my actual class was 2 gentlemen that most people watching this know. So Chris Chambliss and Daryl Starkweather were both in my class as well. So I got to know those guys. Oh, wow. And we went to work, fast growing company, and so we moved into different departments pretty quickly. And I was fortunate enough to work with Chris on the marketing communications team at Excel. So kind of worked through there for several years, and then in between Excel and Ambit, I went to work for a totally different industry. It was an environmental consulting firm, and when I look back, I think environmental consulting was different than network marketing, but it really wasn't, because I had to go out and win the work, do the work, build the work, and so you learn to kind of be an entrepreneur and kind of do your own business. So I did that for about 11 years, and
wow.
Back in 2007, I got a call from Chris Chambliss, and he said, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I was like, "And I'm getting ready to start another job at a different environmental, consulting firm." But he's like, "Well, come and talk to me. We're starting this thing called Ambit. We started it about a year ago, and we'd love for you to, see what you think and possibly be a part of it." So went down, talked to Chris Chambliss, met Jerry Thompson Jr., met, John Burke, and saw that they were putting together a foundation that had a dynamite service that everybody uses, was building a great marketing plan, and was really putting the foundation and resources and money into a company that was built to last. And so I jumped at the chance to be a part of that, dove right in. My first gig there was director of field training. And I learned very quickly, just from my experience with Excel, is we're the corporate office and we have to keep our eye on the business. But when it comes to building tools and trainings and the information, we worked with the consultants, the leaders who were out there in the field doing the hard work. So we brought in Brian McClure, we brought in, Carlos Marion at the time, we brought in Steve Thompson, we brought in the leaders and just listened to them and, worked with them to put together the training and the tools. And those trainings and information that's we built in is still in place. I mean, it's the system that we worked with them to develop, and it's duplicatable and simple. So there's no really reason to change it. And why mess with success? So. And, so I worked my way up through there and got to be over the marketing services, which is the creative team, and putting together more of the tools and videos and different things that you guys said you needed to help build your business. And then when Vistra came to the table and looked at Ambit, they loved the model. They loved what like Chris and Jerry and the rest of the team had put together. And it made sense for them. It made sense for us at the time to be not just a retailer, but to have retailing and generation capabilities, which was very important when the February event just came down that we all in Texas, and we could talk about that for a long time. But
right.
It's just when I say network marketing's been very good to me, it has been, and I just look forward to this next chapter with Vistra and working with leaders like yourself and seeing what the next 10, 15, 20 years is going to be in store. So it's going to be a wild, fun ride, and I can't wait.
That's awesome. So we're going to kind of switch the question up a little bit. So from your point of view, so you kind of were at, with Ambit from the beginning. So you came in the year after it started. You got to go through literally everything, the polar vortex, the freeze in Texas, the purchase from Vistra, all that stuff. So for the folks that are listening to this, if you could say, one thing about, what you see as the future of Ambit, why should they put their head down and keep building? I mean, for this business, because I know what I see, but I see it from the consultant side. But if you're looking at the corporate side down, what would you say to the person that's kind of sitting there going, what do we do now to get them building again?
That's a great question. I think probably the best way to sum it up would be, at Simulcast, Jim Burke, who is our new chief financial officer. So he is the number 2 guy behind our CEO. He spoke at Simulcast about, Ambit, the brand within Vistra. And he talked about Vistra's 10-year growth plan, but he specifically called out Ambit as one of the growth brands within the Vistra family of companies. So, they're investing a lot of time and energy and money into making sure that we have everything in place that we need to succeed and have that 10-year plan to be a part of the growth plan. And now it's just up to us to deliver. So, I would say if you're on the fence or you're sitting on the sidelines, this vehicle is taking off with or without you. We'd love to have you on board, but and I understand the pandemic has been tough on everybody, but it really is. Things are starting to open up, and we've got the bus fired up. There's seats still on it, but I wouldn't wait too long because we're getting ready to take this thing to the next level, and we want as many people as possible. But now it's time to really get out there and educate people about the Ambit opportunity and the stability and security of being part of a company like Vistra that has generation and retail, capabilities. Great leadership. We are a growing company. We're a publicly traded company now, so it's the timing could not be better. And as somebody who has seen a lot of different windows of opportunity throughout this with Excel and with Ambit, I can tell you this is an exciting time to be a part of it. But we're not going to wait around for anybody. We want you on board, and let's go ahead and get to work.
That's awesome. So we got Millionaire Mastermind 4 coming up, but so outside of that event, again, from a corporate perspective and based on your experience with really multiple network marketing companies, now how important to you, right? How important are events? Not not just Millionaire Mastermind, but like the maybe the weekly meetings or the local trainings or regional trainings or even the big events like Ambition 2021 coming up. How critical is that to the success of a consultant's business?
I think that's a great question, and I think it's everybody that's watching this, if they're an Ambit consultant, you are a business owner. You own your own business, and you're your own corporation, and we deal with it on the corporate side as well. Working from home, and it puts some constraints on making sure people are engaged, they're feeling informed. Communication is a very, very important thing, and a lack of that can cause people to just kind of be paralyzed and just sit there and not and kind of work in a vacuum and not be able to be successful. So we put a lot of things internally in place to make sure that we're communicating with our teams and working with them and making sure that the cross information is happening. And I think you guys as leaders have done a very good job about having these training events and having these meetings and being able to keep your teams engaged as much as possible. And we've done it on our end. A lot of the stuff that we've had, the power rallies and the different trainings to keep everybody engaged, and you're going to see more of that. But I think now, as you're seeing things open up, we've also learned that there's nothing more important than being able to foster a relationship face to face. And so we're looking forward to getting that face to face touch back. We're actually just getting ready to announce that in May our EC fly-in is actually going to be a fly-in again. We're going to have leaders come to Texas if they're okay with traveling, and we're still working out through a few of the details around that, but be able to work with those new leaders and be able to be in person with them. We're gonna capture some of those who promoted that didn't maybe get to come in as well. So we're gonna have a pretty big group to start out with, but I'm excited about it. I can't wait for that. But in the meantime, we'll have some additional training opportunities that are going to be coming out very, very soon, and it's all kind of leading into hopefully this summer being able to get out and travel more, on the field development side, Daryl's team and myself, and getting out there and being a part of these. I think the meetings will be smaller in nature maybe, but I think we can still just have a lot of smaller meetings, more of them, and be able to get together and then really push towards Ambition, which we're having Ambition 2021, and I'm very excited about it. And we're going to get some information out very soon about that and registration open. We're going to have a hybrid event that you can come live if you feel comfortable. There'll be limited seating. So once it comes out and you want to be a part of it, go ahead and book your ticket and be a part of the live event. But we'll also have a virtual event as well, because we know that some people may not be at a place they can travel yet, and quite frankly, we're able to reach more people virtually and having a live component as well. So but we're excited about it. We've got a lot of cool things. So basically it's going to be live and in person when we can and where we can, as much as we can, but we'll also, the lessons we've learned being virtual, this past year and a half or year is be able to reach more people as well. So I'm excited about the events and the roadmap leading into Ambition and the surprises we have that's going to be coming out of that event as well.
That's awesome. Well, first of all, I want to put something in the hat for you guys. What about an NC fly-in? Right.
Hey, man, I've talked a long time. So if I don't make a note of that, then I'm getting older, so I got to make sure I remember all this stuff.
Make a note of that. Especially for the ECs that weren't part of the EC fly-in. But yeah, so hey, just a huge shout out to your group for kind of revamping the events website. That's hugely important with the power rallies and the new BPs that are up there. So if you guys haven't looked at that, go look at those. And then the event calendar. So, one, I guess if you can call it a great thing about this whole pandemic is now, like you said, we there's two ways to build a business, not just, face to face and in person, but, Zoom, it's been hugely successful for quite a few people. So with that being said, listen, thank you again I know it's crazy busy at the corporate office. You told me you guys are trying to figure out how to get back to the live environment, but I really appreciate you spending, 10 or 12 minutes with us here and us getting to learn a little bit about you and what's going on at the corporate office. But I cannot wait to see you in person sometime in the near future and maybe someday another 5-star trip.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I'm a hugger. And so I've got so many hugs built up. So it's going to be when we are live and everybody's in person. So I may have to spend 30 minutes just going around and hugging everybody. But you're going to be first on my list, man. So
right. All right. I'll let Rose know that too. All right, man. Yeah. So thank you very much. So I'll let you get back to work. Have an awesome day.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Okay. Bye.